Hello, everyone. Dear Nigerians, there's really something serious going on, something underhanded that is going on. One of the things that I do for me as a person is that I notice patterns. And sometimes I sit down like, okay, why is this playing out? A few days ago, I did a video and I said, who is afraid of Mr. Peter Obi contesting in 2027? Because all of a sudden, there's this conversation about how, first of all, Mr. Peter Obi, if you give him, if he wins the election in 2027, he will not be able to defend the mandate if people give him this. Oh, Mr. Peter Obi is weak. Oh, Mr. Peter Obi is this. Mr. Peter Obi is that. Mr. Peter Obi should not even contest for the 2027 election. I even saw a place where someone was actually saying that for him, I think it was a response to on my YouTube page, that Mr. Peter Obi should step down and go and be chairman of Labour Party and not run for office in 2027. That is the only way they can know that he truly is not desperate to be president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but that he's desperate to make Nigeria work. Hey, you just notice a pattern, and you know, for me, I've been on social media long enough, I've been on Twitter long enough, at least a decade, to be able to notice when certain patterns are orchestrated and they are coming with the same, similar message. And I'm saying that. And the question I ask also is, who is afraid of Mr. Peter Obi running for presidency in 2027? Beyond that also, there's something that came out recently. There was a video where Mr. Peter Obi had gone to the Labour Party office, and then when there was that issue with Labour Union and some people had come to protest, so he was there and he asked for calm, and he took you would see the video. I will try and put the video, probably maybe, because right now it's crazy, internet isn't working, there's a whole lot of things going on, so I'm not even sure.
Let them come to us.
Let them come to us, not we going there.
Nobody's coming to anybody. I'm going to them. Everybody is one. I'm going to them. They want me to go there, I'll go there. That's why I came here.
Okay,
and
sir.
I'm going to meet them as well.
Okay, sir.
Let them come to you.
Okay, sir.
Nobody here is more important than the other.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Children of God. We want the country to go.
Okay, sir.
Not by dividing ourselves.
Okay, sir.
Able to pick up that video and put it, but I'll try as much as possible. Possibly I might even put it at the beginning or at the end of this video if I'm able to get it. And so in that video, clearly you could see where he was trying to mediate. The first thing I said when I saw that video, I had even forgotten about the video. I actually knew when it happened. I was like, oh, is this not the same Mr. Peter Obi that they said that he didn't do anything about the Labour Party, scuffles that were going on? Part of the intention, and which was the thing that he sidestepped to do that. So that's by the way. But where someone hasn't done something, you now mischievously go and bring out something from somewhere else and put it and say that he had done that. That's so disingenuous. That is heinous. That's terrible. That kind of misinformation, and it's been going on for a very long time. There are some people that have dedicated themselves on Facebook. I've seen some of those posts where constantly they are writing in Hausa. Mr. Reno Mokri is one of them. Constantly writing in Hausa, saying all sorts of lies about Mr. Peter Obi. And it's so funny because the thing is that the truth sells itself. The truth does not need that number. If you're doing something that is true, that is the truth, you're focused on the part of the truth, you are on the part of the truth, sooner or later the people will see it. And ironically, with all his effort, with all his, using Hausa language to peddle lies and falsehoods about Mr. Peter Obi, it hasn't worked. Rather, more and more people are loving Mr. Peter Obi, his stance and his consistency and all of that from the northern part of the country. So they've brought out this to say that, oh, he was protesting, whatever. No, he wasn't protesting. But then if he wants to protest, of course, he has a right to protest. Then there's something else again that they have just done. Let me pick up my glasses and I'll just go to Mr. Peter Obi's page. And this is something he put out earlier, yesterday. He put out yesterday morning. And the statement goes like this: I've noticed some deliberate and well-orchestrated efforts by some persons to blackmail me into conforming to some of their nefarious agendas. Their dubious moves have led to the first circulation of a video from my recent keynote speech at the installation of Rotarian Professor A.U. Nnoyelu in Anambra State. They have twisted the video to suit their motive to suggest that I declared war on Northerners, when in fact I spoke about declaring war on economic stagnation, insecurity, and corruption. Another video circulating online supposedly showing me leading a protest in Abuja, which is the video that I talked about earlier, is also false. The video was actually taken during my visits to the Labour Party headquarters, where I mediated a clash between the Labour Party and the NLC. The video was conveniently edited to create a false narrative, and those responsible have been paid to spread this misinformation. This kind of misinformation has no place in our democracy, Mr. Peter Obi says, where truth and honesty should prevail. This misrepresentation is part of a larger narrative of blackmail aimed at fitting me into their malicious agenda. I remain committed to a new Nigeria where justice, equity, and caring for the citizens will prevail over the greed of a few. I like those words, over the greed of a few, because what we have right now is it's gluttonous, greedy people who have decided that they are going to suck the blood, marrow, life, everything out of Nigerians, impoverish Nigerians, reduce the purchasing power of Nigerians, tax Nigerians to death, and make Nigerians to be beggars to the extent that they're on the streets, doing a protest against hunger. Similarly, and deeply disturbing, I have read genocidal threats on X against the Igbo tribe, calling for their relocation. Let me pointedly warn that such rhetoric threatens our unity and is fundamentally opposed to our constitution, which guarantees every Nigerian the right to live and work freely anywhere in the country. Those in authority must show leadership and urgently speak out against such divisive rhetoric. Immediate action should be taken to investigate, arrest, and prosecute those behind this heinous agenda, serving as a deterrent to others who might consider pursuing similar paths that threaten our national security and unity. I urge all Nigerians to stand united against this divisive rhetoric and to champion unity, tolerance, and understanding. Our future depends on our ability to live and work together harmoniously. The government and security agencies must act swiftly to protect this fundamental principle and ensure that every Nigerian can live free from fear of discrimination or persecution. We must not allow our present challenges to drive wedges amongst us. We can only overcome our national challenges if we act together as one people, united under God. Signed PO. That means it's Mr. Peter Obi that gave the go-ahead for this. Thank you so much for watching. But please watch the patterns, watch the narratives, and ensure that you do not fall into the trap that they want to set with all of this misinformation. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.